Aloha, it's Kiana, and here are today's top Hawaii headlines from the editors at the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Also, mahalo to Longs Drugs Hawaii for sponsoring the show. Head on over to your neighborhood Longs Drugs for all your shopping needs. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention dramatically eased its COVID-19 guidelines today. As part of the changes, the agency has dropped a long-standing recommendation that Americans quarantine themselves after coming into close contact with someone who is infected. A social distancing guideline that people stay at least 6 feet away from each other has also been withdrawn. CDC officials said the easing of precautions comes as recognition that an estimated 95% of Americans 16 and older have acquired some level of immunity, either from being vaccinated or infected. Guidelines for schools have also been adjusted, with the CDC dropping recommendations for routine daily testing and so-called test-to-stay policies that served as a quarantine alternative. Masks are still recommended in areas where community transmission is high. Masking in Hawaii's public schools became optional on August 1st. A popular OnlyFans and Instagram model arrested in Laupahoehoe on the Big Island Wednesday has been charged with murder in the stabbing death of her boyfriend in Florida. 26-year-old Courtney Taylor Clenny, who goes by the name Courtney Taylor online, allegedly stabbed Christian Toby Obamseli to death during a fight at the couple's Miami apartment in April. According to Florida State Attorney Catherine Fernandez Rundle, security and management of Clenny's apartment had documented a number of arguments between the pair. Clenny kicked Obamseli out in March, but the couple rekindled their relationship on April 1st. Obamseli was stabbed 2 days later. Clenny claimed that she threw a kitchen knife at him after he pushed her against a wall and threw her to the ground. According to her attorney, Clenny was in Hawaii while in rehabilitation for substance abuse and post-traumatic stress disorder. The Justice Department is asking a federal court to unseal the warrant the FBI used to search former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. Attorney General Merrick Garland announced the development today, citing intense public interest in the case about classified records. Warrants typically remain sealed during pending investigations, but the Justice Department's silence on the search has led to verbal attacks by Trump and his allies. Garland wants to provide background on what led to the search. The action is part of an ongoing investigation into classified White House records recovered from Trump's Mar-a-Lago home in Palm Beach, Florida, earlier this year. The National Archives previously asked the Justice Department to investigate after classified records were reportedly found in boxes of documents retrieved from the estate. It is not clear what might have been recovered during the recent FBI search. The request to unseal the FBI warrant is now with a judge, and Trump can object to the document's release. A lack of ballots is leaving Hawaii's volunteer ballot counters at home ahead of Saturday's party primary elections. Election officials said today's first ballot counting shift might end early and the second shift could be canceled. Second shifts were previously canceled on Saturday and again on Wednesday at the state capitol. Hawaii traditionally lags behind the rest of the country in voter participation, and turnout is expected to be even lower in 2022 because it is a midterm election year. Some 730,000 ballots were sent out to registered Hawaii voters 2 weeks ago. As of Wednesday, more than 234,000 ballots have been mailed back, dropped off at collection sites, or cast in person. Mail-in ballots can be dropped off at sites across the state through Election Day, and voters will be allowed to register and vote in person until polls close at 7 Saturday night. The monk seal pup born on Kaimana Beach in July has been given a name. On Wednesday, 4th grade students from Waikiki Elementary School chose the name Koalani for the pup, formerly known as P08. The name translates to Heavenly Warrior. Students voted on 4 potential names over the weekend. Koalani beat out Leahikai by 2 votes. Koalani was born on July 9th and is the 14th pup of Rocky, who recently turned 22 years old. Rocky previously gave birth to a pup at Kaimana Beach in 2017. Koalani's naming comes 2 weeks after the monk seal and his mother had a dramatic encounter with a 60-year-old California woman. The visitor swam too close to the nursing monk seal and was attacked, suffering injuries to her face, back, and arm. Rocky and Koalani are expected to stay at Kaimana Beach through the middle of August. For more on these stories and all the latest headlines, subscribe to the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Visit Hawaii's top source for breaking news online at staradvertiser.com and download the Star-Advertiser mobile app. Mahalo, have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.